What is going on, guys? It is Wrestlelamia here, back with some more news. Join us now as we look at the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know, including a 40-person Rumble returning rumor, breaking news as Triple H will headline the 2025 Hall of Fame, major WWE plans for Penta, a WWE Hall of Famer returning for the Rumble, WWE Announces International PLE, Asuka is fed up, a Raw referee talks Jordynne McDonagh's incredible gutsiness, Roman Reigns talks Jon Moxley, and much more. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos, and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. Also check out our new videos on Wrestlelamia XL. And now let's see the intro and get straight into our first story. Our first story looks at there's some breaking news as Triple H will headline this year's Hall of Fame. Now, according to PW Insider, the headline for the 2025 WWE Hall of Fame will be Paul Triple H Levesque. PW Insider was told that during a WWE town hall meeting for the company employees, he was surprised by Stephanie McMahon, The Undertaker, and Shawn Michaels with the announcement. PW Insider was actually told that Levesque was completely caught off guard and got very emotional. He also joked that he was going to kill Nick Khan. Yes, that is in the report. Massive congratulations to Triple H, as he's had a Hall of Fame worthy career that has spanned since 1996. Who should induct the cerebral assassin into the Hall of Fame though? My guess is the only person should be Shawn Michaels. And next up, Royal Rumble rumors galore. First is the 40-person Rumble returning. Now it's unfortunately time to put a rumor to bed concerning Saturday's Rumble and how many people will compete in the men's and women's event. An interesting rumor has surfaced that WWE plans to expand the Rumble from 30 competitors to 40. This wouldn't be the first time this happened, as you may recall WWE held a 40-person Royal Rumble in 2011 and a 50-person Greatest Royal Rumble in 2018 at Saudi Arabia, although many feel that the Saudi Arabia show shouldn't be part of Royal Rumble's history. Now sadly, fans shouldn't be expecting this. As Fightful Select reports, there was talk of WWE wrestlers mentioning 40-person Royal Rumbles, and the report stated that is not the plan and hasn't been discussed or planned. Fans are still curious whether the number of competitors in the Rumble will change when Saudi Arabia hosts the Rumble in 2026. For now, fans can expect the usual 30 competitors in each match. However, given WWE's ever-expanding roster, a 40-person roster might not be much of a bad idea. Would you guys want a 40-person Rumble to return? Let us know in the comments down below. Next up, major WWE plans for Penta. Now keep your eyes on Penta All Zero this Saturday, as Dr. Chris Featherstone is reporting, I've been informed that WWE has big plans for Penta heading into WrestleMania, starting with an impressive performance currently scheduled to occur at the Royal Rumble. The Royal Rumble match is more than about who wins it and advances to WrestleMania. It's a way to spotlight talent and let the WWE Universe know who they should keep an eye on. Fans have seen this numerous times, whether it's the Iron Man or Iron Woman who lasts the longest, or teasers between wrestlers for future matches, i.e. Brock Lesnar and Gunther's interaction at the 2023 Rumble. No wait, maybe that was a bad example, but you know what we meant. Next up, Jordynne Grace's push to begin at the Rumble. One of the WWE newcomer to watch closely at Saturday's PLE is former TNA Knockouts champion Jordynne Grace. While fans are still waiting for WWE to announce her signing, it's one of wrestling's worst kept secrets. And now WrestleVotes is discussing what will happen when Grace enters the WWE. As WrestleVotes noted, I do believe that she's going to be pushed heavily. There's no reason not to. People know who she is, she's ready to go, and if you got her, I say use her. And they're going to in a big spot. A PW Insider also confirmed that Jordynne Grace will 100% be in Indianapolis, Indiana for the Royal Rumble. However, there's been no confirmation that she will enter the Rumble itself. Now, whether this push begins with a strong performance in the Rumble or later remains to be seen, but it's doubtful WWE needs to do much work to get her over, given her past appearances in NXT in last year's Rumble. Now, even though PW Insider reported this, Jordynne Grace did retweet us and say, I'm 100% hosting my mom's 50th birthday party this weekend, showing a ticket with the name Patricia Forrest Gresham, which is her real name. Now, even though the post denies her being there, somehow many fans don't believe her. I guess we'll just have to see at the Rumble. Next up, a WWE Hall of Famer returning for the Rumble. How is WWE Hall of Famer Trish Stratus competing at this year's Rumble? WrestleVotes recently discussed this during the Sportskeeter's Backstage Pass Q&A, saying, I know it's been discussed, I know she'll be in Indianapolis. I know WWE is bringing her in, don't know specifically if it is for a Rumble appearance, but I know it's been discussed. I mean, there's only so many women's legends that they can call on, especially those that can still do it, and she's one of them. So if she's willing and they're willing, I say better than a good shot, she's there. Trish has appeared at other WWE PLEs, including last year's Money in the Bank PLE, where she offered advice to Tiffany Stratton after Tiffany won the women's Money in the Bank ladder match. Stratton's disrespect for Stratus led to speculation whether the two will lock up down the road, and if so, could 2025 be the year that they finally do it? Next up, are NXT talent ruled out for the Rumble? Or should the WWE Universe expect any NXT stars at Saturday's Rumble match? Well, that remains to be seen, as Dr. Chris Featherstone is reporting stars from the NXT brand who are currently unaware of whether or not they are going to appear in the Royal Rumble this upcoming weekend. Would you guys like to see NXT talents in the Rumble, and if so, who would you want to see? Next up, WWE Announces an International PLE. As big news for French fans, as WWE brings another PLE to France, and interestingly, the show will be held on a Sunday. Yeah, Sunday PLEs are now back. A clash in Paris will emanate from Paris' La Défense Arena on Sunday, August 31st, 2025. This marks the first time a WWE Premium Live event will be held in the French capital. The WWE switch from Sunday PLEs to Saturday PLEs seem permanent, which invites the question why this event will take place on a Sunday. It's possible a major sporting event, including a UFC show, is scheduled for Saturday, hence the switch. As for the venue holding the show, WWE noted Paris La Défense Arena is the largest indoor venue in Europe and has hosted global artists including Taylor Swift, the Rolling Stones, Bruce Springsteen, and in addition to Clash in Paris on Sunday, August 31st, the Paris La Défense Arena will also host WWE Raw, which will broadcast globally on Monday, September 1st. This is great news, as the fans at Backlash Paris were absolutely phenomenal. Let's hope they bring the same energy again for Clash in Paris. Next up, Paul Heyman's big boast. WWE is currently doing blockbuster business, but just how big is WWE right now, and how much does the bloodline have to do with the promotion's success? Well, the Tribal Council had this to say during an interview with the entertainment website Variety about his involvement in 2K25. In case you missed yesterday's news, Heyman plays a significant role in this year's showcase, the Bloodline Dynasty mode. The 2024 Hall of Famer pointed to the Bloodline's prominent role in 2K25 as further proof of the faction's dominance not only in WWE but in the pop culture world. Heyman went on to hype WWE's role in pop culture, saying, "We're no longer a boutique industry, we're not on the fringe, we're driving pop culture now." And with the fact that Roman Reigns is the undisputed top box office attraction, the #1 star in the entire industry, and his wise men are driving this cultural phenomenon, I would suggest the youth of this world is in very good hands right now. Now, although Heyman's fondness for hype and reputation as a WWE yes man make anything he says subject to criticism, there's no denying how well WWE is doing right now. They've enjoyed incredible resurgence over the last 2 years, both in terms of business success and its popularity. Some fans and industry analysts claim that the current product is even hotter than the Attitude Era. The question is, how much is due to the Bloodline and how much is due to the company's entire roster? What do you guys think? Let us know in the comments. Next up, main roster talent appearing at NXT Vengeance Day. Now it's time for more appearances by main event roster talent in NXT, as 3 WWE superstars will challenge for 2 championships at the 15th February Vengeance Day PLE. Last night's NXT saw General Manager Ava book 2 title matches featuring Bayley and A-Town Down Under's Grayson Waller and Austin Theory. Bayley and Roxanne Perez will challenge NXT Women's Champion Julia in a triple threat match, and Waller and Theory are also booked in a triple threat match with tag team partners challenging Obafemi for the NXT Championship. Next up, who could this be? Now it's time to ponder a new puzzle in WWE, as the 28th January NXT went off the air with a title card that read WWE Transmission, but was placed on air by the message Vengeance Day. Fans are already putting their minds to work on what this could mean, with some speculating it could be the start of the build for Aleister Black's WWE return. However, at this stage it couldn't be possible, as WWE would be accused of contract tampering. KCIC agreed with this possibility, but also noted, well, this is the beginning of a bigger angle with TNA, where 2 men who played hackers in WWE of Sami Callihan and Mustafa Ali are currently working. Who do you think is behind this mystery? Next up, WWE splitting up an NXT team. It looks like the volatile team of Roxanne Perez and Cora Jade may split up again. The two weren't on the same page after NXT GM Ava ruled that Roxanne Perez is getting a title shot against NXT Women's Champion Julia, but not Cora Jade. Fans believe Perez's recent NXT Women's title loss is evidence that she's moving on to the main roster. What do you guys think? Next up, Asuka is fed up. Some recent tweets from Asuka suggest that the Empress of Tomorrow is unhappy and fed up with people questioning her accomplishments. She recently tweeted on X, "Every time I achieve a victory or set a record, people desperately search for what I haven't obtained yet and say, 'You still don't have this.' That system is endless and I'm sick of it. I want them to stop obsessively looking for what I haven't achieved. Their way of thinking is just too negative. Was WrestleMania win or loss ever considered a title like winning the Royal Rumble? This is just an issue that someone forcefully brought up against me. It's absolutely ridiculous." She also commented, "But the desires directed at me are endless. Do this, do that, get this. What the hell is this?" And we don't know what led to these comments, as it's possible Asuka is frustrated due to being out of action since undergoing knee surgery last June. One thing is clear, her accomplishments in and out of the ring are outstanding. Whether it was her time as a wrestler and promoter in Japan, her record reign as NXT Women's Champion, or her many titles and wins on the main roster. Next up, the Raw referee talks JD McDonagh's incredible gutsiness. Her fans are still amazed that JD McDonagh was able to finish his tag team match on this week's Raw against the War Raiders, especially after they learned that the Judgment Day members suffered a punctured lung and broken ribs during the match. He wrestled the match to the end, putting in another spectacular performance, fighting off the injury until reportedly returned to the back and collapsed. And now referee Sean Bennett is tweeting about what he saw while he officiated the match. "Last night I looked directly into the eyes of a man that wouldn't stop for nothing. The pain, fire and fight were all raging inside him. Then he got up and did this. Unreal. Love to JD McDonagh. I look forward to when he returns with pure passion he brings to work every day." And finally, Roman Reigns talks Jon Moxley. And last but not least, where's Dean Ambrose? Well, apparently that was a question Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins often asked during their time together in the Shield alongside Ambrose, aka current AEW talent Jon Moxley. During a chat with Shaq Wrestling, Reigns recalled how unpredictable Moxley was, saying, "The one thing about Mox is that you can't GPS him. You can't be like, oh, he's right here, don't worry. We had no clue where he is, but we always knew he would be there." Reigns shared a story about Moxley disappearing, saying, "But that was one thing, he scared us a couple of times. Like they're playing the Shield music and going through the alphabet and I'm over here looking at Seth like, do you know where the fox is? The fox is gonna fox," but literally every time it was time to take a step down those stairs, he was always there. Roman said that he hasn't talked with Moxley in a while, but he hopes he's more predictable now that he has a wife and family. It's been a while and he's got a family now, so I'm hoping that he's a little more predictable for his wife and child's sake. But yeah, he was an unpredictable dude for sure. But there you have it, folks. Our look at the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know. Be sure to leave a comment down below, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.